Today, I'm going to review
Supercharged.
the 2024 album by the band The Offspring. The Offspring were a really big band in the 90s and early noughties, and some might say that they ought to have stayed there because their output since 2000 hasn't been so great, hasn't been as good as it was in the 90s, in Bob's opinion. And to be fair, this album really is no different. To me, it's as if they've taken all of their output from the 2000s onwards and they've put it into a clanker and said, right, write as a new album, and it spat this shit out. I'm not that impressed with it, to be honest. I think maybe what happened was Noodles rang Dexter up and said, Dexter, we need another album so we can go on a tour and make some money. So Dexter called Agent J from Men in Black, who came and wiped his memory with one of them flashy things, and then he played him back all of the records that he's written since 2000 and said, make a record that sounds like a parody of that, but also add a parody of some Blink-182, a little bit of Alkaline Trio, make a song that sounds exactly like Bad Religion, and throw a little bit of faux thrash metal in there on one track, just for good measure. So I'm going to talk about a few of the individual tracks on here, not all of them, because to be honest, a lot of them are very boring, and the first track isn't very good, and that's a cardinal sin starting a punk rock album with a song that's a bit weak. And then the second song I thought was just the first song again, but faster. But some songs that I do want to talk about are Make It Alright, which is one of the ones they released as a single, and I think it might have been the first single that they released for this album. And it's got this vocal sample on it that sounds like it's a woman's voice saying, all I want to do is to fly away with you. But to be honest, I'm not very convinced that she does want to fly away with him, because she sounds really disinterested. It's like a British woman's voice, but I can't see any credit for it in the album liner notes. So I think it's probably just done by a clanker. Back in the day, when Offspring were doing a novelty song, they'd get great things in like, give it to me, baby, On this one, all I've got is, all I want to do is to fly away with you. The song, Okay, But This Is the Last Time, is an interesting one. In the chorus, it sounds a bit like Dexter's been listening to Blink-182 and Alkaline Trio and decided to do a parody of them. It's all right, I suppose, but I'd rather listen to Alkaline Trio than listen to Dexter pretending to be Alkaline Trio. The song Truth in Fiction is just a rip-off of Bad Religion. It's like it came off the cutting room floor of the No Control sessions. Again, it's just Dexter, just in parody mode, but instead of parodying his own band, he's parodying Bad Religion. Come to Brazil is a track that makes use of a kind of thrash metal guitar sound, which makes it a little bit different from the other songs in the album. And then for no particular reason, at the end, it goes into a football chant. I can only think because of the reference to Brazil, but it's a total waste. The song's already 3.5 minutes long by that point, and then they go into that football chant for 30 seconds. Absolute nonsense. So all in all, Bob doesn't rate this album, and I'm going to give it 2 stars.